Hello and welcome to the Cannarozzi studio. I'm Rose Bundock, Head of Commercial Content. I'm joined now by Davide Cannarozzi,
Yes.
Managing Partner at GNE Finance.
Right.
David, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting.
European Union-wide, there's obviously a lot of interest in developing, progressing energy efficiency targets further. There's talk of increasing consumption by 40% by 2030. I'm interested to know your opinion on that.
Well, I think that having participated to different meetings at European level, definitely what is the part of policy making is going in the right direction. There's an awareness about the importance of the new goals and a willingness to have ambitious targets that is unprecedented. The new targets for 2030, if approved, will be a major step ahead, and hopefully if they make them binding, it will be even better, even though more challenging.
So you have perhaps a unique position. You used to co-found an ESCO, so you were part of the ESCO community, and now you're working on the investor side. You're backing a project called Europace in Spain, which is helping consumers to make their own energy efficiency changes. Can you tell us a bit more about the project and its desired outcomes?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for asking for that, because for us it's very important. So Europace is a project that is an initiative that Global New Energy Finance is promoting, as you said, and has been granted by the Horizon 2020 program for developing an innovative financing solutions for homes and buildings renovations. What I found out in my experience as a CFO and co-founder of an ESCO company is that as of today, there are many successful programs or solutions or companies in the market, in the energy efficiency market, when it comes to promote, finance, and execute projects with the public administrations, with industries, with commercial buildings. But if there is one sector that we believe is still underserved, is the residential sector. And based on the 2030 new targets, really there's a common understanding and agreement that homes and buildings, as they are responsible for 40% of the total emissions, they are one of the main targets of the winter package and the clean energy for all Europeans, in which the first pillar is energy efficiency first. So given this previous experience, I realized that I found this mechanism that is called on-tax financing that was developed initially in the US and that has been extremely successful in financing energy efficiency, distributed power generation, and water conservation for homes and residential buildings. And so we decided to create Europace as a program that leveraged on the American experience to adopt and implement this on-tax financing in Europe with an approach that will have to adapt to country-by-country framework.
How does it work in practice? Does it rely on the energy supplier to deploy the program, or would it be an ESCO?
Well, definitely the ESCOs and contractors that work in the constructions industry, in the facility management, will be the companies that will be involved to implement these retrofits and improvements. And so they will have a fundamental role. But the breakthrough of the PACE mechanism is that the financing is completely provided by private investors, which make it sustainable for the cities and the local administration that decide to adopt these programs, because they do not have to have this liability on their balance sheet. But the financing of the home retrofit and building retrofit is recovered, adding an assessment, so an extra charge to the local taxes that are related to the property itself. And so the Europace will create this partnership between the local public administration and the private companies that will promote these mechanisms so that it will create a way of financing that is sustainable for the local administration, provide 100% of financing for homeowners and buildings owners, and for investors is ideal because it's a safe investment as it is recovered through the tax system, which is by definition one of the safest financing mechanisms.
So, I mean, you've obviously worked in an ESCO. I mean, you look at the energy suppliers. Do you thinking why aren't they offering this kind of service to their customers?
Well, energy suppliers have been involved or have been evolving in many cases in the offering more and more services to their client base to improve the retention of the clients. And amongst these services, they have been providing also financing for equipment like boilers or air conditioning, in some cases even programs like the Green Deal that provided home retrofit, energy efficient home retrofit to homeowners through what is called the on-bill financing, so the financing through the electricity bill. In some cases, this program proved to be successful. Some others, like the Green Deal, didn't. We believe that what we are proposing is a very valid alternative, and in some cases maybe can be also complemented between what we are offering and the services that are offered by the energy providers.
Thank you, David. We're here at the SEAF Investor Day. I'm just interested to know why you're here. Why is GNE Finance here? Where do you see the value?
Well, I believe that I'm here for different reasons. We observed during the last 1 year and a half that the SEAF project has been very successful in developing a community of like-minded people that wants to find and apply solutions for innovative solutions for energy efficiency financing. And so they've been very good to create this community and to help this community to have an ongoing conversation, which this was per se was a challenge because historically there was a disconnect between financiers, equity providers, and energy efficiency developers to find a common ground to finance projects. Then in this direction, also I believe that the SEAF project goes in the right direction because in order to really increase our capability to promote energy efficiency, we need more integrated solutions, we need more one-stop shops. And to do that, digitalizing the whole process is a key element. And the SEAF, with the development of their online evaluation platforms, goes in the right direction. So both technically and from an intangible point of view, I think that this is a very interesting development, and hopefully will be something that creates a lasting impact.
David, thank you for your comments. Thank you for joining us. You've been watching Engerati. There are plenty more energy efficiency videos on our YouTube channel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.